Right, so we are back with something a bit different this time. I'm going to do a bonus mission. Landslide in Sapienza is one of my favourites. Going to kill Marco Abbiati, your average kind of wannabe fascist politician. Just taking standard stuff. Doesn't really matter about the suit. All that matters is that that's what we're going to be doing it in. Coin is definitely useful. Lockpick is probably a good thing to take as well. But you probably can do most of this without any of it. Coin is probably actually really useful, but there are some in the first area we go into, so it's not too much of a problem. Yeah, one of my favourite missions this. When I originally got the HITMAN starter pack on Stadia, I think this one was one of the first that was made free. I think there was an elusive target at this point. So yeah, they made Landslide free for the duration, and yeah, it was the first one other than Hawke's Bay that I did, because Hawke's Bay was the free one, but the training mission at the time. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is head backwards and go into the underbelly of the church. Now entering on, so we've turned left. If you go right and look in the grave, there are some coins that you can do this with, but we need to distract this dude so that we can head into the room to his right. So just launch a coin over there. He'll wonder what the hell is going on. There you go. When he walks over, quickly unlock this. Head inside, close the door, so that when he comes back he doesn't see you. And sort out the cameras. This will make things much easier a bit later on. To get him to be distracted on the way back, we're just going to overflow this sink and then hide in this cupboard. This will, get him to stop what he's doing so that he allows us to escape without being seen, to keep our silent assassin rating. There we go, he'll turn that off and start mopping it up. We can just slink past behind him and head back out the way we came. Lovely. So, head back up to the church. You can head up over here if you want, or go round. I like going up over there because it annoys the person to the right. And head over to... So yeah, there's a camera there that would have seen us, or is a bit of a pain in the arse to get past if it's active. So disabling the cameras not only gives us XP, but means we don't have to muck around with that either. So there is a power switch over here, and in lieu of a screwdriver, I'm just going to shoot it. That will make it spark, and that will come in a huge amount of handy very shortly. Obviously make sure the gardener doesn't see you. Now we're going to head over to Abbiati's chum, but on the way we're going to grab the key for the speedboat and walk in front of this camera just to annoy him. There we go, that key on the floor there it unlocks the speedboat exit and gets us the Arrivederci exit challenge. I'm going to overflow this sink to get this guy on the left to turn around when we need him to. Once he turns around, there we go, we can unlock our way in. That guard that was by the car often does a circuit, so just make sure he's not walking up and sees you unlocking the door. Pick up this can and launch it there, roughly. There is a guard on the floor above. Not that one, this one. We'll come down and investigate. He is notoriously difficult to get past and get into the apartment that we need to get into. So just quickly launch that. He will come down the stairs and walk right into that corner like a moron. So quickly just subdue him and hide him in the linen basket. For good measure, we will pick up his gun and also the key to the apartment, which gives us a bit of extra XP as well. There we go. We don't need that soda can per se. And the cool thing about this, if you ring the doorbell, he will come out and wonder who on earth is ringing his doorbell. So, with that in mind, if we can get him to come out, give him an incentive to come out, then we can nab him the same way we did previously. So if we get a coin, drop it where he can see it when he comes out, ring the doorbell again, run down the stairs so he can't see us, and then he will open the door and he will see a glint of gold. So we can take him out, pick up our coin, because I don't want to waste it, and head downstairs to dump him in the same linen closet, or linen basket rather, that we did his guard. Chop him in there, and head back up to his apartment, which we can now access with the key. Lovely jubbly. Right, so we will need to use this to contact Arrivederci, but obviously we need the schedule. Luckily that is just on the bed there. That will get you the cheat sheet challenge, but I've already got it here, so it's not going to get us there. And then, yeah, with that we can then speak to Arrivederci and reschedule his meeting with someone or other. I've forgotten who, to be honest. If you bring up your Intel menu and go to the thing that you've just picked up, it'll tell you exactly which meeting is being rescheduled. Let's get the camera for a better view here. Arrivederci is making his way directly to the meeting place. Here he is walking. He's definitely into the luxury lifestyle, isn't he? There you go, and he will head over there. So all we need to do is essentially wait for him to do what he does, basically. Obviously, we've rescheduled the meeting for an hour before it was due to take place. So the actual guy he's meeting isn't going to turn up. His bodyguards evacuate the area that he's waiting in. So he's just kind of milling around a graveyard, not doing much, getting a bit bored. And here he comes with his bodyguards. That's a lot of bodyguards for one guy. Anyone who has that many bodyguards that isn't pissing off bad people is generally a bad person. Apologies for the creaking, that's my shitty chair. And there we go, so you can see we're trespassing here. That's, pardon me, that's because the guards have cleared everyone out, because they don't want anyone eavesdropping on what Arrivederci has to say to his contact. Now, unfortunately, there's no particularly decent vantage point of what happens next. But we will do the best we can with what we've got. To be honest, you don't even need to come up this way at all. You can just wait around for what does eventually happen. And when it does, head over to your exit. But for the sake of entertainment, we will try and see what we can. So there's Arrivederci just milling around, trying to amuse himself, waiting for a contact that isn't going to arrive anytime soon. Trying to amuse himself. And if you've been watching Arrivederci for a while, you've been doing this this mission a few times, you know that he frequents a wine stall in that main plaza bit next to the stage. And that has some consequences that are really going to disagree with him shortly. Remember that we shot the gang plug earlier on, which made it spark, which is essentially the same as using the screwdriver on it. Well, Arrivederci, rather humorously, is going to piss on this tombstone, which is going to leak, and there we go.
Target down. Now head towards an exit.
Better than the old overflow a sink and chuck a taser into it trick, in my opinion. Far better, far more entertaining. And you get a challenge for it, so obviously it's not on mine because I've done it before, but that will get you the "You're in for it" challenge. And with that, we can head to our exfil point, because we picked up the key from next to the photo stall. You can just head over here. If you didn't pick it up, then it would be locked. There is a standard way out, which will get you the Ciao Bella achievement. That's by a gate, but exiting with the speedboat is far more glamorous and will get you the Arrivederci challenge instead. There we go, off into the sunset. Didn't need to change your clothes, didn't really need to do much at all. Just needed good timing and some careful distraction. There we go, there's our SASO, sorry, and the You're in for it challenge. There's our Silent Assassin rating, nice chunk of XP, and there's our stats. So I hope you've enjoyed this, hope it's been useful. See you again, thanks.